Hey guys, I've told you about World Anvil already, but did you know they're constantly updating and adding new features? If you haven't already caught on, I have a very low IQ, so I know very little about programming and I have trouble navigating complex websites. But to make freedom that much more accessible, our good friends gave us this hotkey. You can use it while writing to bring visuals from other articles such as maps, images, histories, characters, secrets, categories, and like everything else you want by smacking a bracket down. Also, they won a frickin' Any award for best digital tabletop tool on the market, so they're doing a huge deal for the rest of the month. It's well worth the investment once you get the hang of it, so go hand World Anvil a few minutes of your time. Now about those mushrooms. Myconids are one of my absolute favorite monsters so far. I don't know what it is about a walking sentient mushroom family that makes them so adorable. Against all odds, and the general nature of fungus, Myconids are the most welcoming and enjoyable company the Underdark has to offer. No one knows where the heck they came from or why they're so nice, but I'm gonna assume the Demon Queen of Mushroom Trips accidentally pooped them out, or maybe had no effect and it's just a coincidence. They have these neat little social groups called colonies, which isn't even really a social group. At the top of the colony is a sovereign, a really old and slightly rotten mushroom, as in it's made of several other new types of mushrooms, or fungus, growing on its fungus. Anyways, this big-ass mushroom the size of a horse brings its brothers and sisters together, and they all get high as fuck. These little clans that make up a colony are called circles, which is like 20 cute mushroom dudes. Being one of the few plants to grow their own arms and legs, they've opened up a new world of possibilities to explore. Like, walk around. The book says that they work, but what grueling task does a mushroom have to tend to? Maybe gathering compost? Okay, so groups of 20 Myconids hobble around the Underdark looking for poop or dead things to stand in while they eat, and then promptly return to their home cave to get absolutely fucked up on spores. Their main hobby, which I assume is what they do 80% of the time, is called melding. Melding is the sole reason for these mushroom men to exist, and is what they see as ascending into a higher way of living. In order to meld, each circle of Myconids, or the entire colony, gathers around each other. Then they ass blast the chamber until you can't breathe anything but their own spores. Wait, do they just nut all over each other? All the time? That's gross, man. One cool thing about Myconids is they produce a variety of spores, a variation that grows with age. The little sprout babies, who move the most adorable distance of 10 feet around, learn the type of spores needed to meld. Rapport spores. Rapport, if you didn't know, is the secret to a perfect marriage. It's like the paragon of relationships and entails harmonious communication and understanding. They also come equipped with distress spores, little fart clouds that scream in agony to all other local shrooms if they get hurt. Myconids can feel the pain of every stuffed or sauteed mushroom you've ever eaten. Also, they can kind of punch you, like in Dark Souls. Older Myconids learn how to create paralyzing spores, which are good for avoiding a fight with any of the Underdark denizens. Oh yeah, they also detest violence. What kind of creature that lives in one of the most perilous regions in any realm and grows off the death of others is a lawful neutral pacifist? They're so baked off their own spores, if you aren't an asshole to them, they'll extend a generous hand and play host or guide to you and your party. I need friends like mushrooms. The Great Old Fungus has two more unique spores. One that makes their melding even more awesome, and one that raises corpses as eternal half-mushroom slaves. These walking, talking table fungus cave guides are extremely environmentally conscious, believe it or not. They'll never overpopulate, and keep their numbers and cliques very, very tight. They'll only use spore slaves to guard and protect themselves, only eat naturally killed bodies, and only smoke their own homegrown ganja. The unique spores their sovereigns bring to the table adds a hallucinogenic angle to their meld sessions. Instead of communicating as a unified collective, the mind-altering effects allow them to enter a sort of dream state. This is where the colonies sit, entranced by massive amounts of plant jizz in the air, reaching the ultimate oneness. This is what they all work toward. This comfortable state of ascension is what they believe to be their ultimate goal as a species. To be safe, be together, and to think not as individuals, but as a network of their combined hopes and dreams. Because that's basically what mushroom people do.